there's a mindset that's required to beat the best guys, and it's not the same mindset that's required to get good. To get good, you could get good and be a chilled out, relaxed person. Like say you want to be a black belt in jiu-jitsu. That's totally possible.
Yeah.
You can be really good and people can go, hey, look at Mike, man. Mike has got a great triangle. Watch him roll. Wow, he's really good. But if Mike wants to be the motherfucker of motherfuckers, you better be crazy.
Yep.
You better be goddamn crazy. You better be like Mike Tyson when he was young. You gotta be a fucking crazy person.
Absolutely.
Remember when Roy Jones Jr. played a professional basketball game the day of his fight? Yeah, I mean, I just don't think there's any other way. I mean, I think if you're gonna win a race, you're gonna redline the engine. There's people like that, man, and you can hate on them. You can hate on them. You can decide that it's not worth it, but you gotta, the best thing you can do is acknowledge that doing something that makes you feel funny.
Yep.
And that makes you feel funny is your sense of understanding who you are. It's testing. It's testing how you feel about yourself. It's testing how you feel about your place in the universe. It's testing. You don't want to know that there's some crazy Kobe Bryant motherfucker getting up at 4 in the morning. I'm a firm believer in the importance of difficult tasks.
Yeah.
I think seeking comfort is one of the worst things a person can do in terms of achieving overall happiness. I think overall happiness, a lot of it comes through this amazing sense of wonder and the unknown and possibilities and working towards things with this embracing of having no idea what the result is going to be, no idea where this is going to go, and being genuinely nervous about it every step of the way. It's hard to write the first word of a book, right? The first word, sometimes you're just sitting there, or anything you're trying to do. You get it, the first step of a 10-mile run. All those things are the most difficult thing. Once you're going, it's not nearly as hard. It's getting going. There's something about overcoming all this anticipation and all the weirdness of it all. And then once you do it and you realize you can do it, it enriches you in all your future attempts. When you see someone complaining about someone else's success, anytime you see that, anytime you see someone complaining about someone else's success and possibly equating it to like some injustice in the world because they don't have equal success, the person's making a mistake. They're making a mistake in even the way they're thinking. If you criticize something because you just think it's bad, well, that's certainly your prerogative. But if you're upset at someone's success, that doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. Well, they wanted to be successful. They did the thing that it took to be successful. They became successful. And what's your point? You don't have a point. Your point is, why not me? It's the little kid's version of, what about me? What about me? Well, it's not fair. It's not fair that some people are born billionaires. It's not fair. It's not fair that some people are born with birth defects where they don't have feet. It's not fair that some people, their fucking brain doesn't work as well as yours. There's a lot of shit that's not fair.
Yep.
Look at what you got. Look at what you got. You're doing well, and you're worried about someone else is doing better. Why not just look at them? Why not just look at them and go, well, what is that guy doing different? What is she doing different than me? How come she's so much more successful? How did he figure out how to do that? Look at it that way. Don't look at it like you're angry at those people. That shit is wasted. It doesn't do you any good. It does zero good for anybody involved. Not you, not the person you're trying to figure out why is this fucking guy good? That shit is just bad for you. Mm-hmm. It's bad for everybody. That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong, and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better. And I mean that, in a relative sense, like even getting good at something. Forget about victory. Like making a terrible book that gets rejected by every publisher. Yeah. Those feelings of failure are really critical for your motivation. I don't have any interest in doing safe things. Okay. In terms of I don't have any interest in taking an easy job, a safe job. I know I'm going to get a paycheck every week. That's never interested me. Okay. That seems like prison.
Yeah, me too.
I've never been able to do it. And I always thought that I was a loser because I couldn't do that. Because other people could work hard and they can get a good job and they would get a pension, security. I felt like when I was young, there was something wrong with me. that I couldn't do that because I grew up in New England, and in Boston, everybody worked hard. This is like a hard blue collar sort of environment where I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. These guys all showed up for work every day at 7 a.m. I wanted to kill myself. Really, the key, I think, to happiness in life is being honest with yourself and finding whatever it is that's attractive to you.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that draws you, whether it's animation or sculpture or making clothes. Everyone has a thing. We all had bullshit jobs. We all felt like losers. But through time and effort, you build a stronger human. You build a stronger body, you build a stronger mind, you build accomplishments and will and momentum, and then you look back and you go, hey man, I'm not washing tables anymore. You know, I'm not washing dishes, I'm not cutting lawns, I'm not digging ditches. You know, I'm a different person now, but I used to be. When you ain't got shit and there's nothing going on, to have faith then is so difficult. The hard part is getting up that fucking hill. Especially if you got a dad you're hiding from, especially if you feel like you're a loser or you never really had anything in your life that you could look back on and say, hey, I was really good at that. You know, and there's a lot of people out there listening to this. There's so many people that are in that starting point. Like the people that come up to you and say, I don't know what to do. What should I do? How do I do it?
Yeah.
How do I get going? You're gonna have to figure it out, one foot in front of the other.
Exactly.
You're gonna have to find a thing and keep working at it and get better at it. And then you realize no one knows any more than you about what this is all about.
Yeah.
You might have more data in your head. You might have more experience. You might be a brain surgeon. You might know how to build rockets. You might be smarter than me.
Yeah.
But you don't have any fucking idea what this is.
Yeah.
No one does. You cannot.
No.
Look, you can't fake a marathon.
Yeah.
26.2 needs to be run.
Yeah.
You need to go left foot, right foot till you hit the fucking finish line, period, end of discussion.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, you don't get there, you can't fake it. But you can fake a lot of shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit you can fake, but moving your body, you know, you can't really fake that.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Yeah.
You know, a 90-minute yoga class is 90 fucking minutes. It's hot as shit, and you're in there sweating your balls off, and you gotta get to the end.
Yeah.
You got to get to the end, you know, and it's a small thing. That's a small thing. You know, life is a big thing, but these small things that you can do, they'll help you understand what's necessary to get through the big things.
Yeah.
And it's all macro and micro. It's all connected in some strange way. Do you know how to access your creativity like you can blink? No, you don't. You do not access your activity like you can lick something or perform any sort of physical function that's repeatable. No, you don't. It's a non-repeatable thing. Treat it like it's magic. But treat it like you're a professional and you show up to engage with the magic. So every day, at the same time, you sit down in front of your keyboard and you start working. And just put in the work. Put in the work. And force yourself to do it. Force it like a muscle. Like the same muscle that you develop when you go running every day, and then you get to the point where like 7 days in, you start fucking feeling good running.
Right. So you start to feel like you're good at it.
You start feeling like you're getting better.
Yeah.
Because you're putting in the time. You know, when I was a kid, I always looked at normal people living normal lives. I could never relate. I never understood it. And I always had this thought in my head that one day I would make it.
Yeah.
One day I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. And then one day I realized, and I don't know when I realized it, oh, there's no such place. This is not real. Like, you can't ever, you don't make it. No one makes it.
Yeah.
Like, every day, you have to be trying to do better. Every day you have to be trying. First of all, there's no perfect human. Let's accept that. You're always going to be flawed. You're always going to be subject to fits of rage and envy and all the things that you wish that you would never have in your mind. So you've got to constantly be working to make sure that that never happens. You're constantly working to make sure that you are always evaluating your perspective on life and always always looking at things, meditate, constantly meditate. Make sure that you approach life with a learned perspective. Like you're a better person than you were the day before, and whatever you're trying to do, whether it's fighting or whether you have an art form that you practice, whatever it is that you're doing, you're trying to do better every day, and you never, even if you accomplish some, like when you accomplish some amazing work of art, that's just that day. The next day you got to go back to work. Like if you have a world championship fight and you've trained for 8 weeks and you win by knockout, a spectacular result, and you're very happy with the result, you got a day or two to relax. You got a day or two, and then you're like, fuck, okay, now what? Well, now you got to get back to work. If you think that there's some place like a movie where you're holding hands with your loved ones and the fucking sunset's going on and the credits roll, that's horseshit. And we have this idea in our head that there's this place that you can get to where you've, air quotes, made it. And I'm here to tell you, that motherfucker doesn't exist.